Hey everybody, thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is James Caldwell for spillitboy.com. And let me tell you, this is one show that I never intended to ever do a review on. I always watch Dancing with the Stars. I always watch So You Think You Can Dance, but I just never felt motivated to do an actual review on them. But Dancing with the Stars, the series premiere, because this is season 19, gave me such life. I was so excited watching it that I had to share. So that's how we got to this. So we're going to do Dancing with the Stars. And it was a 2-hour show, so we're not going to do a 2-hour review. Trust me. We're not going to do that. We're not doing that. So just bear with me. I'm going to run through this as quickly as possible and catch the points because there were so many different things that were going on in that little show. Okay, so we start off with my absolute favorite of the professional dancers, which is Cheryl Burke. Her and then Antonio Sabato Jr. Eye candy. Okay. So they did a cha-cha. It was really, really good. Antonio does the dance as well as I thought he would, but damn, he looks good, so it don't make no difference. Him and Cheryl together, you can't lose. You know, she's always sexy, and she always has the best costumes. He actually needs some work on his footwork. He just needs his footwork to be a little more smooth. Lord have mercy, that damn Bruno's mouth. You know Bruno says any old thing. Bruno then turned around and told the man, he flirted with him, okay? He was flirting with him. It was a mess. Told the man, oh, you're just bulging in all the right places. I'm like, is there nothing that this man will not say on this television? Anyway, moving on. The second couple was actually Leah Thompson and Artem. Artem is actually a new dancer to the show, professional. He's from the UK. Really, really nice looking, beautiful white teeth. And Leah Thompson, that child is a damn cougar. She's a damn cougar. Self-admitted cougar. She was really all up in his stuff. But anyway, like I said, Artem was really, you know, he's a sweet man. They had little films in the beginning, so you get to meet the people. So this was the first week. Real sweet man. They did their little number. It was a foxtrot. It was good. And at the end, you could tell that they have formed some camaraderie. He literally just picked her up and just spun her around. It was cute. It was really, really cute. Moving on. The next couple was Janelle Parrish and Val. Everybody loves Val. He did a jive with her, and she basically lit up. As soon as the music came on, she just like lit up. She was just like over there. You paying her attention. She lit up like a Christmas tree. She's like hot, you know. Very adorable girl. Very adorable. They sexied her up with her costumes and stuff, but she just lit up. She had this white bodysuit with like thigh-high. It was like a thigh-high boot type of situation going on. Real good. Real good number. Moving on. One of the highlights of the night. Lolo and Keo. That Lolo Jones and Keo. Keo is another new professional dancer to the show. He is actually from South Africa. Beautiful, beautiful black skin. Dark man. Beautiful white teeth. And he's just like full of life. He's young and he's just full of life. And you could tell he was very happy to actually be there. Their number started. It was a damn mess from the door. From the door, it was over. And he knew it. You know, he knew it. He knew it was finished. It was absolutely finished. They started off, Lola was already off. This bitch got the pimping. And she was all stiff. She was horrible. Horrible. And then when they went to give the comments, she just started going on. She has some of the worst sportsmanship that I have ever seen, ever, on public television. And she's an athlete. She's one of our athletes. I'm like, come on, really? You went to the Olympics? And this is how you care? Oh, they couldn't even get a word in edgewise. They're trying to tell her how she wasn't that bad, and she's telling them how horrible she was. And here I was agreeing with her. I said, yes, you were. You were a mess. Get your ass down from up there, you simple ass. And she steady talking. I said, shut up. these shows, nobody watches with me. I hardly can't get people to watch TV with me anyway because I'm screaming and holler. But with my little shows with people with the talent and all this, nobody wants to watch it with me because I'm always screaming. But I called her all kind of bitches and whores, and I screamed for her to shut up. She got on my goddamn nerves. Anyway, moving on. The next couple was another highlight for me. It was Betsy Johnson. Everybody loves the designer, but you know, we got that thing going. She's a designer, I'm a designer. But I love Betsy Johnson. She's so much fun. She's so colorful. I had no idea that Betsy Johnson was 72 years old. She is 72 years old. Betsy looked good with her little ugly self. I said, go on, Betsy. But they did a cha-cha. It was her and Tony. She is Tony as a partner. She absolutely fucked up her number. She fucked the number up. It was cute. They did Material Girl, and they actually had clothes on stage. And it wasn't too bad. It was fun, but it wasn't good, but it was fun. So, you know, we're going to let Betsy make it and laugh. But there was a whole thing that they had clothing on stage for her, you know, and she was supposed to pull the feather boa off. Well, some goon in the back wrapped the boa. So when she pulled it, it didn't come off. So instead of her leaving it go, she will make sure she get it. And in the process, she pulled some of the clothes down. Then the clothes fell on the floor. They got tied up under her feet. And it just actually became a whole skit from Saturday Night Live at that point. And, you know, you could tell she was disappointed and everything, that her feet and all that. Because they just stopped dancing. Tony got the stuff from around her feet and moved. I'm like, come on, she's 72. Damn this, you know. And he took care of her. But then, right as they're walking over to the judges' table, Betsy Johnson, this is why we all love Betsy Johnson, because she's so quirky and crazy. Didn't that whore turn around and do a cartwheel into a split? And said, it was hilarious. And they loved it. The people absolutely loved it and stood up. They loved it. Now, she did have the lowest score tonight. She had all fives. So she actually came out with a 20. But she had the crowd in her hand, just like that, and the judges, and me. It was so cute, and they were talking about how flexible she was, how she did that split. So that was like one of my highlights of the night. She fucked it up, but it was like a highlight of the night. I loved it. I did. I laughed and laughed and laughed. But anyway, moving on. Tavis Smiley was next. He's with Sharna, and they did a foxtrot. I was interested to see how Tavis was going to do because, you know, Tavis is so serious all the time. Tavis was the man. He was really good. Tavis has a very light, fun, bubbly side to him, and he was real good. I really enjoyed it, and I think the crowd really liked him too. He had good scores, 7s and 8s. So it was good. So I think Tavis will be around for a while. I enjoyed that. Moving on. Sadie Robertson and Mark. Sadie is 17 years old. She's from the Duck Dynasty. And literally, she was saying in her little video, her school, you know, they're Christian. So that's, you know, there's a lot they have to approve. They said they were going to approve everything. Like her father approved all the costumes. He has to approve for everything like that. She's only 17. She's the youngest contestant on the show. And she's cute. She's actually a cute little girl. But honey, Miss Sadie could dance. Miss Sadie, that baby had a blast. Do you hear me? She had a cute little, they put this cute little costume on her. Very age appropriate. They had fringes and stuff. Little, you know, a little racy for the Christian. But she looked cute. Everything was pretty much covered. You know, where there were nude parts, there was actually fabric and everything there. Because, you know, they have a fabulous line of workers as far as their costuming and their costuming department. She really had a blast, and you could tell she had a really good time, and her parents were really happy. So I definitely plan that she'll be here. She had all 8s and 9s. So she did a real good job. Next, we had Michael Waltrip and Emma. Everybody loves Emma. You know, Emma's gorgeous. He's an older gentleman, and he drives race cars and that. He did a cha-cha. He had a good time. He was a good time watching. He was very respectable. You know what I mean? He respects the age difference between them and the partner and all that. But he's hilarious. He ought to be a damn comedian. He was fun to watch, and he had a real good time. And they were saying, you're a little stiff. He said, well, yeah, my onesie gave me a wedgie as soon as I put my arms up. And I just like fell out. So he was really good. And I think he's going to be there because, again, another one that had the crowd wrapped. You know, his dancing wasn't the greatest, but he has such a personality that we're going to keep him. We have to. And moving on. Jonathan Bennett and Allison. Allison is new to the show. She came, they picked her up from So You Think You Can Dance. So I'm always happy when I see that happen because that means those babies are doing something and they're going in the right direction. So I'm always happy when I see that. Jonathan was really good. His trailer actually made everybody cry because his dad was actually on, and his dad has since passed away. He was actually on the show, Tony. And he was on the show, and he just had good fun when he danced. It was really good. He was saying just being in the rehearsals made him feel close to his dad. It's like the only fun. He said it's the best fun he's actually had, the closest he's felt since his dad passed. So, of course, you know, we went to the waterfall. But anyway, did really, really good. He was really good. He's going to be there for a while. He had 8s and 7s, so he'll be there. Next was another highlight of the night. Tommy Chung of Cheech and Chong. Tommy Chong is a hot mess. And he's gotten old, and he's paired up with Peter, who I absolutely love. Peter and Cheryl, you know, those are my two absolute favorites as far as the females go. They had this fool come out he had the green, everything was green. Peter's outfit looked like weed. Okay. There was smoke coming out the car. When the smoke cleared, why was Cheech sitting in the car? And they get to dancing and carrying on to a cha-cha, and they were doing Snoop Dogg, Drop It Like It's Hot. And carried on, was so good and so funny. You know, he was funny, but Chong actually got some moves. Everybody loved it. It was a standing O across the board. Everybody absolutely loved it. He got all 7s and a 6. It was good. Really, really good. I don't know how it's going to work going forward, but I know he wouldn't be leaving this week. Good. And he got some moves. And the women was just flirting with him and carrying on. It was funny. I said, okay, cool. Next, we actually had the Dark Horse. This was another time of the night that was like, wow, are you kidding me? Randy Couture, and he was paired up with the beautiful Karina. They did a foxtrot. Now, you know, he's a UFC, you know, martial art and fighter and all that. So, you know, he's hard as nails. Good looking man. He really is. He's a good looking man. He kind of puts you in mind of Jason Statham is who he actually kind of puts you in mind of. But when they did his trailer, he was very stiff. Very stiff. But he was making his way through, but he was just stiff. When he performed, everybody was just like, are you kidding me? Because all the lines had softened up. It was like the light came on or something. All his lines were just beautiful. And the way he handled Karina, I mean, it was like he had been doing it for years. All that herking, jerking that he was doing, it wasn't. It was real fluid, and he was dropping her in the back bends and everything. It was absolutely a beautiful foxtrot. She had this gorgeous white gown on. He got 3 8s and a 7. It was a beautiful dance. And at the end of the day, all the females were after him. They were after and Bruno. They were after him. Carrie Ann, you know, Carrie Ann, the judge, Carrie Ann, she's usually very professional. Carrie wanted some of that. You hear me? She couldn't help herself. She wanted some of that. And I had to laugh at her. I was like, that was good to see her actually stretching out. I said, girl, you want a little bit of that, honey? Go on, Miss Carrie. But that was like another, he was the Dark Horse. And it was really surprising. I enjoyed it. The next one was Bethany Mota and Derek. Now, Bethany, she's a YouTube sensation. She's 18, and she's a vlogger, has all these people. She ended up getting straight 8s. Her dance was good. She's another one. Real dry. You know, she's a cute girl, but very dry, very, you know, when she does her videos, she's all bubbly, and you know, everybody loves her for that. But standing there, I don't know if it was that she was just very nervous or something, but we'll see next week. But she was like not bubbly or anything. She was just dry. I was like, girl, that's like, she's like a graham cracker, baby, all dry. But as soon as the music came on, boom, she came alive. And that's what they were telling her. When you're dancing, you're like, your light is on, but then in the transitions, you kind of lose the light, then you pick it back up again. You got to work on that. Everything with her was age appropriate, you know, again, respecting the age difference between her and the partner. It was really cool. And they were real easy with her with the comments. So that was cool. And the end performance of the night, everybody was waiting on Alfonso Ribeiro, and he was with Whitney. And, you know, I love Whitney because she's a cutie, and I've been following her all along, too. Whitney is the youngest of the professionals on the show. And I think she has a very good chance of grabbing the mirror ball this year. She's with Alfonso. I was so hoping he didn't do anything to break into that dumbass Carlton dance from Fresh Prince, because I wasn't feeling it. I haven't felt that shit in 25 years. I'm like over it. Damn, the Carlton dance is stupid. They went ahead, they did it. When I tell you that Whitney and Alfonso burned the dance floor up, they burned the dance floor up. They deserved the scores they got. They were excellent. They got straight 9s across the board, so they are at the top of the leaderboard. And they did, and everybody was on their feet. It didn't surprise me because I already knew that Alfonso could dance. But again, it's been 30 years, you know, since we've actually seen him actually dance. It was so good. It was so good. But that's it, guys. That's all that basically went on in the program. Now, for the next day, you know, they had to do the actual, the vote off. And I was very happy with it because I didn't want Betsy Johnson to go because I just loved Betsy, and she fucked up, but so what? I wanted her to stay, and it voted that way. Betsy got to stay. Lolo Jones ass got sent packing with that nasty attitude and all that bullshit. And she was mean mugging all through the night. Every time they would hit her with the camera, she was mean mugging. She needed to go, and I wasn't sad about seeing her go. I felt bad for Keough, but you know, Keough actually did. He used the little time he had to his advantage to get himself out there, and people are going to remember him. They really will, because when he did their interview with Good Morning America, you know, the day after, yesterday, Wednesday, on Good Morning America, he used that interview to the best that he could to introduce himself to America. And I hope we see big things out of Keough. And he will still be dancing on the show. But Lolo, no. Go home, honey. Bye, Lolo Jones, honey. Going back to where you came from with that bad sportsmanship. She was horrible. Anyway, so that was it. Lolo Jones is the first hoe to go home. And nobody feels bad. So, damn her. And, all right, guys, this is it. I guess I'm going to go ahead and do Dancing with the Stars because they got me hooked. So, thank you guys for watching the video. You can follow me at Twitter at spillitboy. Leave comments down the bottom and let me know what you guys think. And I will talk with you next week. All right. Bye, guys.